Hey, so man, I've been coming into some powerful realizations lately, like powerful. So first of all, I want to see the moon cycle. I was just outside, so I should have looked, but I didn't. We had a first quarter moon. Okay. So yeah, mm, powerful realizations. It's like I don't know. I feel like I don't have shit to worry about. I feel like that. People been actually saying that to me, but it's hard to like let go of the worry sometimes. And but me seeing things manifest into my reality, like it has been, it definitely helps me to relax. I actually been sleeping good as fuck these past couple days. Um, I don't remember the dreams, but I do remember dreaming, but I don't remember them. So, and then in my waking, mm, I've been intimate as fuck with somebody in my waking in the astral plane. I don't know what's that about. I don't know what's that about. Like, kinda, but not really. And it's like, man, I just don't be wanting to even worry about it. Like, I don't even want to think about it if I don't have to and stuff. But these images playing out in my head is creating attachments. And it's just one of those things that um like before you catch it, it's already too late, because you just start to have it. And then before you catch it, I don't know, but I be feeling like anytime that happens to me, I be feeling like the person is thinking about being intimate with me. Because I feel like men might do that more intentionally, naturally. But for me as a woman, I don't sit there and be like trying to play out stuff in my head. I don't do that. And I know the difference because sometimes like when you do those little exercises where they tell you to visualize something. So doing that like a few times in my life showed me what it feels like to intentionally bring an image to your head because you sat there and you creating something. Um, but I don't be feeling like that. Like I don't be trying to create it because I don't like getting attached to somebody in the astral realm unless I actually know that person and interacting with that person, you know. But with hmm, but it's I'm sure that is more than one person who visualized me sexually or something like that intentionally, and this was a man and stuff, but it won't play out in my head. It won't do that. So, like, I know that you probably do that because you told me you interested in me. You told me that you was attracted to me. But when you fantasize about me, if I'm like not somehow, like it's not with everybody, So I feel like it's only with people that they have to access me in some type of way. They have to be able to access me. Sometimes I give permission and I know that people be in my energy. Um, and I will give permission. Yeah, okay, I'm starting to understand. Like, I feel like I'm giving this person permission, and that's why it's playing out in my head. But, you know, what it makes me want to do though, when this shit start to happen, it makes me want to talk to that person in the 3D, you know? It makes me want to do that. So, and not to like manifest like the fantasy that's playing out, but just to get to know you as a person, you know? Get to know your energy in the physical. Cause I don't got time to be fantasizing. I don't even really be wanting to do that, you know? Cause and this how I feel like that dude, I'm gonna stop saying his name, but the false twin flame motherfucker, he used to do that intentionally and he will also know the effect of it. Um, I think that's how he would try to pull me in. That's another thing. Man will pull you in, pull you to their energy. But it's like if you is pulled in and you make yourself known, then they get scared. Man, I get tired of that bullshit. They get scared. Then they start almost like they freaking out. Like maybe they spooked that I got pulled to them. Maybe they spook. I don't know. But if I'm allowing you to pull me to you, I feel like I have a contract with that person, or something like that. Like it's a few people I came across and I'm like, I got I know I got a contract with this person. It's almost like I could feel it in them. But they will be fucking it up. Why? Because they scared and they can't let go. And then it's like they get mad at you because they feel like you making them desire you in some type of way. So they will try to destroy you. And if they insecure, what they would try to do is bring you to their level and put you beneath them. That's what they would do. So yeah. So yeah, that's how you know you got contracts with people. Nobody that you come across you interested in, you intrigued by them. Nobody that you came across, I mean, anybody that you came across and you felt it and it lasts, it linger. You got a contract with that person. It could be something really simple. Like it could be a interaction that you had with a cashier or something. But after you had it, it triggered an awakening. It's a movie that show that. Dang, what is called? American Ultra? I don't know. Something like that. I think it did have American in the title. So the dude was a MK Ultra something, blah blah blah. So they MK Ultra him to turn him into a soldier, but whatever program that they had, I guess wasn't doing good or something like that because the people would go crazy. But he was their favorite MK Ultra one because he was able to hold on to his sensitivity. He was like a kind, sensitive person in the movie. So to awaken him, because they was coming to kill him. The woman who cared for him, she came to him at the shop and she said these cold words to him to activate him. And then when he got activated, he became like this weapon. Like he started to remember all this stuff, like about guns and stuff like that, but he forgot all of that. And they had him with a handler, but the handler fell in love with him for real. I know y'all gonna want to watch this movie, so let me see if I can find it. Hold on, let me pause. I can't believe I was accurate. It was American Ultra. I can't believe I was accurate on that for real. Cause I really thought I was getting it wrong. That's crazy. Because I actually heard that name. That's why I said it. So, but that's just it coming from. If you watch my other videos, I spoke about this. You have the brain, which is very limited. The mind is limited as fuck. So, but man, they are really programmed to worship the mind, to hold on to the mind. That's why they become so egotistical. Um, and that's why it's like almost impossible for them to heal and stuff like that. It's really difficult with their programming. They very frustrating to deal with, as you know, to date, to love, to care for. Very frustrating because they are broken and they don't have the tools that will fix it. They afraid to connect to that. Or they feel like they've been programmed to feel like connecting with that is not being a man. So they have to detach from the whole identity of what the programmer told them that a man was, and not be afraid to walk away from that. But sometimes they do. I mean, most times they do. Even even the best ones. You get what I'm saying? Like I met men and I really appreciated them as a person, but the programming was just so deep, you know? It was just so deep. And these were good people, but the programming fucked them up every fucking time. But they just couldn't release it because it's like they couldn't see because the programming is just so deep. Um, mm-mm-mm. So yeah, it's really hard for them to break through it. But I'm rooting for you. Well, not I ain't rooting for you, but I'm just observing. I guess I'm rooting for you because I want to see man ascend and everything like that. I want to see them happy. I want to see them in good relationships, balanced relationships, but you know, they have to give up all those programmings of about women and what a woman should be. Because in a man, they have a program that basically your woman is like your property, she like your accessory. So she have to play that role in order for you to look more like a man. So that's why we throughout history, men have been so violent towards women. Don't know how to love them, don't know how to nurture them, don't know how to care for them, don't know how to appreciate them, don't know what to appreciate. And that's because they attach to the flesh. That's just like a woman. But if you connect with my soul, you wouldn't even feel the need to do that. But it's hard for them to do that. But see, with a soul like mine, they be intimidated. They do. But I'm okay with that. Like I don't feel no fucking way because I need somebody have to be strong with me. And I don't feel like having a man is attached to my happiness. I feel like I could be happy without it. Or a girlfriend, you know? But I do prefer a man just because, it's a different energy. With women, I find them attractive sometimes sexually, not all the time. Um, and I like the way women express when they feeling good. Oh, goodness gracious. I like how women express that. I feel like that turns me on. Like it's something that turned me on. So, anyways, but I also like how men express, but with man is different because uh hmm, hmm. It's all about the dick really because and not because like the dick is so good and everything like that. It's like the energy of it, you know, having sex with a man that you love and they love you too. Like nothing really compares to that. Even if you being intimate with a woman that you love and you care for, but if you can't really penetrate her, then it ain't gonna be the same. It ain't the same type of connection. It feels balanced. So that's just what it is. So but I do feel like I can make a woman very happy. And I feel like that's what I want to do in a ways. But yeah, I do get turned on by it though. So that's how I know I'm not just saying it just to say it. Cause that girl Stacy, I guess because I turned her down, she started calling me like a fake lesbian, which I ain't give a fuck. Like I really did not give a fuck because like I don't even be thinking like on those terms and stuff like that. That's why I can't stand like the whole terminology, like the LBGQ2 community, like all these letters and shit like that. Like I just all these labels. Like you just coming up with new labels and then they punish you if you can't remember all these motherfucking labels. And also I go by energy anyways. Like I used to work with this Virgo dude and he was just very feminine and he was even shaped feminine. Like he had a big old booty, like womanly booty and hips. So and the way that he walked, it would be swishing. So I would accidentally call him a her, like she used those pronouns with him. And I will apologize because, he is a man. I'm not sure, but he said it was okay because that happens all the time. So I go by energy anyways, but be that as it may. But yeah, um, what was my whole point? I think I was talking about something about men and their fears and everything like that, but mm, oh, I think the point was like, I know somebody will have to be strong to be with me in a healthy relationship. Like they're not keep trying to trap me, cage me in because they afraid to lose me. They don't keep trying to mind fuck me because they want to dominate me to because they afraid to lose me. Not trying to do all that shit. Like just be you and I be me. And let's just be happy and shit. Like I know that I have the mindset to create that. You have to trust that you do too. So I really don't be minding when men self destruct, like they destruct what we building together if we was, even if it's energetically. Cause I will see that as love, really. Because you pushing me away from you because you will hurt me and you really don't want to. I appreciate that. It's frustrating because I'm looking at you like, well, why can't you release those fears? Like, why can't you release those doubts? Why can't you stop creating obstacles? And then on top of that, they just super toxic in a way that um they gaslight you, make it your fault. Cause they can't take accountability. And they want you to wear that so bad. They want you to wear their projection so bad just to make them feel good. Cause that's how insecure they is. And I think that's the issue with men is that they so extremely insecure because of this system. Like it really fucks them up. It do. It really fucks them up. So yeah, I feel bad for them and everything, but shit, I'm definitely not carrying their burdens. I can't do that shit because what for? I remember hearing Earth the Kid, the interviewer her the interviewer asked her, do she want a man? And if she was willing to compromise. And she said, compromise for what? For what reason? She says up to the man that wanted me to decide if they want to be with me as I am. I think she was a Capricorn. But see, Capricorn, they might have that wisdom. But sometimes, like, they be destructive as fuck. And then being like, you should just accept that. Fuck that shit. No. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, it's something about my energy that make other people feel like, you know, I gotta get my shit together to come into your life so I don't damage anything. So it take a certain amount of bravery. But shit, anybody that come along and they brave, well, I have to choose them. I'm not just talking about anybody. But motherfuckers know that. They know that. Hell, motherfucking no. But it's some people, they know, they be knowing in the spiritual. So they just be scared a lot of times. Um, like for instance, I was saying on my Fed feed or whatever that I had this situation where this guy stopped me and told me some really, it was deep as fuck. Like it was beautiful. He's a Libra. He was just like, man, the second conversation we had, you told me that you do tarot readings. He's like, man, that really blew my mind. Like, and I was like, really? He was like, yeah. Like that really opened up something. And he was like, man, I be seeing you and your husband, and I want that. Like, I want that. And man, when I talk to you, you be like smart and stuff like that. Like, he was just expressing to me that he found me to be a beautiful person, but he was also expressing to me almost like he wanted to be a student. Like, he wanted to learn about spiritual shit. Basically, that's what he was saying. Um, so he also said that he wanted like a healing section and everything. So I gave him my YouTube. He watched a video and got scared. I don't know. He got scared for real, but he expressed it. Okay, this also what was going on. That night that he stopped me, he was liberated. He on drunk something. um, and I kind of knew that. I wasn't sure if he was high. I didn't like smell. He didn't drink so much that he smelled like alcohol. I couldn't smell it. But I don't know. It could have been his cousin just being extra. But yeah, he drank a little something. And then I was walking and he stopped me. He was like, can I talk to you for a minute? And he came up there and he was expressing that to me. And his cousin came around and sat next to us while he was expressing to me. And it kind of made me feel uncomfortable because it's like he just up there like watching us and everything. And then his cousin said something after I made eye contact with him first, though. So I looked over at him, made eye contact, and then he spoke. He said, yeah, that's like, he said, that's my cousin. And I'm hearing what he's saying, like, maybe I should get a healing section. And I was like, okay. And he was like, but I don't know, you real quiet. I don't really trust quiet people. I hate when people say that shit to me. I really do. I'd be like, all right. But and then he said, yeah, my cousin, he been drinking. That's why he out here talking like that. And then he was like, the Libra was like, yeah, man, but don't be trying to make it seem like I'm not thinking clearly because I am. That's what he said. I'm thinking clearly. But he said something that he just needed it. Like he said he needed like some liquid courage. But he was just so real though. I really respect him. I always did. Um he used to work out in these apartments that I'm leaving. And he don't see me all these years in multiple stages of my life. Also, when I first met him, I was bigger. Like almost 200 pounds. I'm like 170, maybe 160. No, I was 165 the last time I checked. He was also bigger. And now we both on slim down a lot. So, and he used to have dreads and now he cut it. So, but he a cool person. He always been a cool person. We had instances together like there was a time I was in college when I first moved to the apartments. It was different management and they was nicer. They was good people. So um and I had a speech class online, like oral speech, giving speeches and stuff like that. What they make you do is record yourself giving a speech to 5 people. And because I live a distance away from my people, I asked the people in the office like if they could give me a little bit of time because they were short speeches. I could give them my speech so I could get this grade, and they was happy to help, except for this one Hispanic girl. But the other people, they was dope as fuck because it was one speech I was giving. I don't know what was the subject, but I was calling myself a queen. Like, I don't know. I think I was talking about what I like about myself and everything. But when I call myself a queen, the Hispanic girl giggled. Like, and then she wasn't even listening to my speech. She was on the phone. But I ain't really give a fuck about that because, I was just trying to get my fucking grade. But even though she did that and I looked at her, like I'm up here with my speech and I looked at her, but she wasn't looking at me. She was looking at her phone. And I looked back at this other woman that was always very kind to me. Um, and she looked at me and she just nodded her head, like, continue. And I did. I appreciate her for that. I do. She like, continue. I'm listening to you. Like, forget her. Just continue what you're doing. So, but oh yeah, so when I was giving my speech, he was one of the people that was watching my speech. And that was like 5 years ago. So yeah. hmm But it is what it is. We don't you know, we don't talk a whole lot and everything. Like, that's my friend. Our associate, I don't even feel like we really friends right now, but he's somebody that I respect and stuff like that. Okay, oh, what was the point? The point was yeah, he watched a video and then he started to feel like he didn't present himself well enough to me. He was like, he's like, I don't think I'm as ready as I said I was to learn about spirituality. Like, I watched one of your videos and I feel like I got to come at you correct. And I was like, well, because I love the way that he came to me. Like, the stuff that he said to me, I can't repeat it like he did, but it was just so genuine and it had so much love in it that I thought it was one of the most beautiful things I ever seen. But, he came on my YouTube and felt like he didn't do a good job or something like that. So it is what it is. And I think he might have was like spooked because I felt like he wanted to distance himself from me. And I allow him to because why not? You know? Why not? Anywho, but it was a reason why I was telling that story. I don't know. So I'm learning about that. I'm learning about these dynamics. And when it comes to man, I really wish they would get their shit together. I really wish that they could let go of their fears and express themselves and be themselves and love themselves. I want that for them. Like, actually, I have seen it. My baby father, he's so mature now. He really is. And yeah, I did. I wanted to talk about that. I really do, because um maybe like 2 years ago, I took my baby father off of child support. When I first put him on it, um, at the time, we wasn't getting along and he wasn't um helping me take care of her. So I put him on child support. And he paid for a while and then he stopped paying altogether. And then after that, he started to pay like the bare minimum so they won't take away his driver license. Some of the times at first when it was out of spite, at first. But at that time, I wasn't really worried about it because honestly, the reason why I had to put him on child support is because at that time, I was applying for food stamps for me and my daughter, and the state required you to put your person on your baby father on child support if you want any assistance from them. So I was kind of like forced into it, because I needed that assistance. So, but over the years, he became present in my daughter's life. Uh, he take care of her when he can. Sometimes he was doing good, sometimes he wasn't. I care more about him spending time with her, and he did spend more time with her, and they do have a connection. Like my daughter, she love her dad. She also get along with her stepbrother. They close when they spend time together, but they don't spend time together a whole lot. They both Geminis, but they really like each other and they get along really well. I like him too. Like I met him and he's such a gentleman. He is so kind, like, but he a lot like his daddy. Like he into cars like his daddy. He tore out the back seat and put a stereo system in it like his daddy. Now he want rims like his daddy. So yeah, but it's I don't know, it feel good. It feel good. Um so my baby father, he did get locked up and it was because being set up, he was set up, okay? But he did some time and when he was in prison, I wrote him when I could and he asked me, can I take him off of child support because of something that was happening at the time. It was really fucking him up. So um I did attempt it when he was in prison, but they sent me a letter back saying that they refused to because of $300. And they said that at one time, because I didn't never really got uh cash benefits. I would like apply for food stamps and that be it. But when you apply for cash benefits, they make you go through a whole lot of shit. Like you have to go up there and bring them a paper saying that you applied for this job and do all they make you do a whole lot of shit for that little bit of money or whatever. So I only received it one time. And when I received it at one time, um the woman, the caseworker, we was talking. She was like, look, because at the time I was in college, she's like, look, you in college. And I could tell that this ain't for you. Like coming up in this place, because it was some people, they would come up there and do all this dumb shit when they could just work a regular job and get more. But because of the way that their mind is, they rather just do that, you know, to get this little bit of cash assistance and everything like that. So, and she was basically telling me like these people are kind of like zombies, you know? It's like a hood rat mentality. I seen it. I seen it before. Like I thought that's the first time I ever seen it, but okay, I'm gonna tell this story real quick, but let me pause it and write down. Um, when I first started dating my husband, he was living where he was like renting out a room. So, and ever since we met, we was like together all the time. Like We were just always together. We had so much fun in the beginning, like, cause we both kind of like playful. He more serious than me, but he have like a childlike nature like I do. But he said that um he ain't never had somebody that was playful the way that I was playful. Not, yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyways, but around the time we was looking for an apartment together, and during this time, the people who owned the place, they rented out to these people, and boy, that was some hood rat shit. I'm talking about fights. They broke the door and shit like that. Um, it was some situation like the women, they had all these little kids and they just running around with their diaper on, but some of them look like they could be potty trained, but their mom's not taking the opportunity to do it because they busy under a dude for real. Not like under him like sex, but it was that too, but just always stressing about him, always following him, always like sitting there watching TV with him, like just no ambition, you know? So, and I felt that energy. It was sad. We got out of there like soon after, but we used to like talk about the transition because it's like, it was just crazy. It really was. But I seen it. And I seen it one time before. Cause even though I lived in the projects or whatever, um, I didn't come across people like that. Just because people live in the hood don't mean like they have that type of mentality. That's something different for real. That's something different. I'm talking about people who they live so low vibrational, like you just it don't make no sense. It's like they the walking dead for real. But people that I seen like in poor neighborhoods, they still have personality, they still have ambition, but you will see more of these people like in like projects and stuff like that, places where um you only pay $40 a month for your rent, but you live in a facility that don't have no air condition, um all fucked up, but it's a difference in like a poor neighborhood and then the projects. Cause in the next up is like just like those poor neighborhoods. Those are people who have to pay rent, but they might be living in a place that say that you have to make under a certain amount in order to live there. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a whole system to this. And then it's like the middle class. So that way, the reason why they do it like that is so that people who make a large amount of income and they decide to come and live in these apartments because they cheaper and they can really stack their money, they ain't gonna allow that. But I kind of understand because the people who they make too much of an income to stay in the projects have to come here. And then if they come here and it's filled with people who just trying to stack their money, but they could live in the middle class community, then they're gonna make like a whole lot of people homeless. So they have to keep those open for people that's in that particular tax bracket. And then once you out of that tax bracket, you have to go on to the next ones. It's a system to always make you live on the edge. Like you can't really save money, stack money, or nothing like that. It just always keep you living paycheck to paycheck. So Yeah. So, but the people who stand in the projects, these are people a lot of times they don't want to work or whatever, but so they just depend completely on the system. Like they don't want to start a business. They don't want to eventually migrate out of this place. They just okay with being there and they just become like a part. They absorb all the energy and they become extremely negative, start neglecting their kids, latch on to the worst niggas you ever motherfucking seen. I'm talking about the worst. I mean, these the motherfuckers, these men that they be latching on to, like they come and sleep on their couch, still cheat on them. And then they will go cheat on you with your neighbor and then start sleeping on her couch. Motherfuckers like that. They don't want to get no job or nothing like that. They just want to walk around talking on the phone, acting like they busy or something like that, but they really ain't. They might sell a little weed, you know, the weed with the seeds in it, you know, the trashy ass weed. Um, it's just enough to buy some Jordans. Child. Anyways, yeah, but it's a mentality. But these people, they fell so low, they don't have no desire for better. And yeah, I haven't came across a lot of people like that. That's been a rare occasion. Rare occasion. Even in poor communities. Rare occasion. Cause these people, you can't even really have a conversation with them. Not even small talk. It's like if you do try to interact with you, they're gonna instantly try to get something out of you, trying to play you or something like that. They might even try to scam your ass. Okay, so yeah, the cash assistance. Um, she was basically telling me it was for people like that. So I only got it at one time because I really needed it. I was already about to start a job when I got it. Um, but because of that, they wouldn't let me take him off of child support unless that fee was paid off. And then my baby dad was like, "That's it." He like, "I'll pay that." So when he got out, that's when together we took care of it, went to the court, and took him off of child support. And then after that, because of that, he didn't have to stress about getting like his license suspended because it started to be a situation where he was helping me, but you still have to pay child support that month. He could have had gave me $200 in cash, $300 in cash, bought something, fixed something, did something. You still got to pay that child support, even though you helping me like that. So if he helped me and now he don't have enough to make the actual payment, then he could go back to jail or something like that. Which he never went to jail off of child support. Okay. Um, so I understood and I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm gonna take you off because we cool. Me and him was like friends at this time. Like me and my baby father, we have a very balanced relationship. And no, we ain't fucking. We not fucking. Nah, that's past. So, anyways, yeah, I took him off for child support, and That was he went ahead and started him a business, and he's so in love with it, like for real. I need to take this, but yeah, that was a good conversation. I'm not sure what I was talking about, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was thinking about or talking about. I'm not sure if it's them. They can't. No, 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 no. It can't be that same exact fantasy. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes the location of wherever the fantasy is at is somewhere that they don't know. But I know where's it at, but they don't know. But they interacting with me in that location. So where is this coming from? But I be thinking like maybe they having it and that energy is manifesting in a way that I could understand it. I don't know. And there's other times, I have visuals when I'm doing readings, but it's like I'm at a place that I don't recognize, and that's something different. So yeah, I'm starting to just trust in what the energy is, because motherfuckers be also making you feel like, if you could read them or something, or you see through them, or you could see their vulnerabilities and stuff like that, they start to guard up and then they make you feel like you wrong because they want you to be doubtful about what you think you know. Um, that's a cruel thing to do to somebody that make them feel like their intuition is wrong. That's very cruel to do to them. Very cruel. And man, they would do that a lot just out of fear. And it be making me lose respect. Like that's one of the things I lose respect the quickest is when you trying to make me doubt myself. You trying to bring my energy down because you don't want to be seen. Like that's just some cowardly shit. That's cowardly to me for real. And then they make you, if they don't make you feel wrong, they make you feel bad about it. Like, um, and it's something that I really can't help a lot of times. It's not like I'm trying too hard. Sometimes it don't even be, um, man, nah, it just is what it is. Cause it'd be different if I was snooping, if I was looking for information or trying to spy and shit. It'd be different if it was that. But if I'm just putting pieces together because either what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what I'm hearing, don't gaslight me to go back to sleep. Don't do that because that's cruel. But people can't be real. It's hard for them to just be real because, whatever the justification of, even if I was snooping or spying or something and I find out that they was doing some fuck shit, then that's their problem. Because, when people be doing that shit to me, I'd be like, well, if you was looking into my life and you was snooping on me and stuff, you would not see me doing the shit that you be projecting on me or the shit that you did to me. You won't see me doing that. So that's why I be feeling like these motherfuckers know they demons. Because I be trying to understand shit that I don't do. Like I don't do that. I don't. But if I have ever did it, I felt so strongly about it that Like I recognize it, I analyze it, and I know it. So some things I had experiences I went through. Um, Either I hurt somebody's feelings on purpose or betrayed. Nah, I don't remember betraying anybody really. I might have been accused of that, but nah, betrayal to me is not that. Sometimes people be saying that I betrayed them because I told the truth. No, mm-mm. See, that's some other shit right there. Mm-mm. See, I don't got so when I was growing up, me being the way that I am, um, people will make you feel a way about it. And it's because they want to knock your light out so you don't see them. And that's a horrible thing to do to anybody. And they should be held accountable. And I do hold them accountable, but it took some time to to fully hold them accountable because it's a lot of times I question myself like is I'm doing anything, and maybe if I even if I did find something, when I really look at it now from the space that I'm in, I would be like, damn, I was too hard on myself once again, you know. And it's not because um I always think I'm right. Sometimes people will project that on you, but sometimes you just is right a lot of time when you're a good person though. When your intentions are good. It's about your intentions, you know? But some people just be so toxic, you know, you can't compare yourself to people in a way. It's like I'm not comparing, but it's like I be trying to understand them. And it's so frustrating because it ain't no understanding. These just toxic ass, crazy ass people. That's just what it is. So yeah, I don't know. I'm coming in some real deep stuff. And things are changing like slowly but rapidly at the same time. And I know that right now you just have to really just believe that everything gonna work out in your favor, in my favor, in yours. Um, for your highest good on some real shit because I'm just witnessing things and it's really amazing to me. Like now I'm glad that I didn't take that apartment. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't take it. And everything happened on time. Like I was being hard on myself because I was like, I wasn't listening to my intuition. But nah, it was meant to happen like that. Wow, that's crazy to me. It was meant to happen like that. And something better came along. That's crazy. Something better came along. Mm-mm-mm. You can't really be afraid though to let go of shit, but it was supposed to happen like that. Like even me not taking that other apartment was a good thing. Isn't that crazy? So us souls that are awakening, we are some beautiful, dope ass motherfuckers. It's just that you have to let go. And I know it's hard. It's hard, but you got to do it. You got to do it. And I'm meeting some dope ass people. I met this one girl. One day we gonna do some shit together. She pretty cool though. She cool as fuck. I think she is Soul Tribe for sure. And then my bestie. I love my bestie. I was just talking to her. I love her so much. Like I know that she my soul tribe. Um, but yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and chill, I guess. Stay blessed.